All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless me here talking real music in real time for some real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, so at the beginning of a lot of my videos now, I am talking about music. Blood Red Saints, Undisputed from last year. Phenomenal, made my top 20 melodic rock albums. I believe this band is from the UK, all right? I don't do the British accent very well, but melodic, catchy. Just go check it out. Really great. Was mostly ignored by everybody last year. Blood Red Saints, Undisputed. I purchased a copy. That's how much I like it. All right. Of course, my British accent is a little embarrassing. And so is the coverage, quite frankly, of Eric Clapton's return to the concert stage. Typically, on most rock media websites that are covering music, right? You would think they might want to cover Eric Clapton. Well, think again. We know why they don't want to cover Eric, but they would have like pictures and highlights and concert reviews and nothing, crickets, right? He goes and performs at this amphitheater that's literally carved into a rock, okay? I think it's the Dani Amphitheater in Bahrain. And the set list, check out this set list. Pretending, all right, Key to the Highway, Old Love, and I Shot the Sheriff back to back. I watched both of those videos. Incredible. Driftin' Blues, Smile, Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out. Interesting. Tears in Heaven, of course, we got Layla. Badge, awesome. Wonderful Tonight, Crossroad Blues, Little Queen of Spades. A lot of Robert Johnson there. Cocaine. And then the encore, folks, was Sunshine of Your Love. So pretty decent set. And by the way, these aren't the short radio versions of songs and so forth. Eric is out there doing what he does, and that means you're going to hear great solos, great fills, and improv stuff. And his band is just on fire and just fantastic. And instead of talking about this amazing concert in Bahrain, where again, Clapton sounds great, he looks great, he's playing well, he's playing great. And of course, they'll use that and they'll say, see, he made it all up. He's playing great. So that proves, what does it prove now? That he didn't have the reaction to the thing? No, doesn't prove anything. It just proves that thankfully he's still able to play at a really high level. Instead of covering the Clapton concert, we heard from Keith Richards, who timed his critique of Clapton, or the media helped coordinate that, almost to the day when Clapton was returning to the concert stage. So again, am I into conspiracy theories? Yeah, because most of them come true sometimes within the same week that you actually talk about it. You'll talk about something and, oh, this guy's wearing a tinfoil hat. He thinks that, Keith Richards and the media are coordinating some kind of an attack on Eric Clapton just when Clapton is returning to the concert stage. Nothing to see here. I don't even know why he's bringing this up. If he wants to talk about music, damn it, just talk about music. If you thought Eric Clapton was great, talk about that. Well, I am, because nobody else is. How's that? How's that for apples, huh? It's incredible now, because if you don't have the right feelings, whether it's, hey, we're going to give all our money to a foreign country, we're going to give $13 billion to a foreign country, and everybody's going to go, yay, we've got homeless people in the streets, and we've got people who can't pay their rent, but we're going to go fight a war somewhere. And make no mistake, I mean, by proxy or by financial means, we've jumped in and we're basically saying, yes, we're in for this war. It's great. Let's escalate it rather than do diplomacy. And, if you're a rock star and you don't believe that stuff, because I've been seeing these articles, so-and-so is doing something for Ukraine. And I'm thinking, why doesn't so-and-so do something for San Francisco or Atlanta or somewhere in this country where things have really taken a turn for the worse? I mean, every dollar should be going to people in need here in the United States, not in some foreign war. But if you don't hold the right views on those health measures, then you're going to get critiqued. And then you're going to get critiqued by health expert Keith Richards, who's going to call you out and say, you really need to listen to your doctor, mate. What? I just did an Australian Keith Richards. I don't know what that was. But the point is, I don't understand why I'm supposed to take this stuff seriously. Meanwhile, there's some real music news to report. Eric Clapton returns to the stage, does this amazing set of tunes, sounds great, pictures and video and blah, blah, blah. No, just not one article. And it's 2 days ago now. And typically they do this, sometimes the next day for the most part, and maybe some will surface later on. People will start talking about it. I don't know, but it just seems between the lack of coverage and the whole Keith Richards ambush, which by the way is way out of context because Clapton isn't really talking about this anymore. Maybe some people are still talking about him because he hasn't repented from his crazy conspiracy theory, right? He hasn't repented of that yet. So that makes him a target, apparently. And it just is a little frustrating watching this. And look, I didn't want to get involved in all this, to be honest with you, but I figured, really good guitar player, one of the best of all time. And he's being ghosted, more or less, because he doesn't agree with Keith Richards, who, good for Keith. He went out and did the thing. That's good for him. His body's a little different. I mean, I would think that Keith could probably withstand nuclear radiation and so forth. So, I don't find it weird. Or maybe he got a placebo. I don't even know. Or maybe he's just lying. Maybe he's just trying to be a good soldier for the movement and just tell people a story and they just lap it up, because Keith Richards, he believes in the science, but Eric Clapton, he doesn't. Yeah, he does, because he did, and then stuff happened, and then he said, nope, I wouldn't again, I'll use the restaurant analogy one more time. I went to the restaurant, the food sucked, I left a bad review, I didn't go back there. Done. That's my analogy. It's really simple. So in any event, folks, check out some of that footage from Bahrain. You want to see a master at work with an amazing band who is hitting on all cylinders. I think they really did a lot of rehearsing for this gig because it was very polished and very spontaneous. It had all the elements of a great rock concert without, vocal tracks and instrumental tracks. It was actually a real concert because you just know, you can tell, you hear it, and it's pretty stunning. I mean, when you got quality musicians like that, you want them to play their own instruments and to sing, and they do that. So anyway, I figured I'd cover the Bahrain concert and put it out there because, the rock media just doesn't feel this is worthy of coverage. Wonder why that is, huh? I think I have an idea.